An important part of influence is making it as easy as possible for someone to comply. And there are two great techniques from the world of time management. In time management, one of the biggest problems that people face is procrastination, putting things off. And some of the approaches to handling procrastination are all about making it as easy as possible to get things done. They reduce the friction of action. And therefore, they're also useful to throw into the mix when you're trying to influence someone or persuade them to do something for you. First, don't ask them to do a big thing. It feels difficult. No one wants to do something that's difficult. Instead, ask them to do a small, easy thing. And then, when they've done that, ask them to do the next small, easy thing. Now, let's count the 3 helpful psychological principles that are at play here in making this so effective. And the first is the principle of baby steps. It's always easy to do small, simple things. There is very little friction. And of course, when you've done a small, simple thing and you've taken a baby step, you have some momentum. I've started, so I'll finish. Present the next request not as a new task, but as a continuation of the old one. You've committed to doing the first thing, so now it's time to do the second thing and the third thing. The great thing about baby steps is that sometimes resisting doing it takes more effort than just getting it done. And so if the next step and the next step are all small steps, then there is no resistance and the momentum carries them forward. Starting something is hard. Continuing something is easier. But as well as baby steps and momentum, there's a third principle at play: consistency. You asked me to do something easy and I've done it. Now you ask me to do something else, and my self-image is as someone who does things for you. If I'm going to say no to the second one, I need a good reason. Because if I say no to the second one, then I'm not being consistent with my first action of taking the first baby step. The principle of consistency, of cognitive dissonance, and of the Jiminy Cricket effect all tell us that once they've done one thing for you, they are more likely to do another, and another, and another, and another. The second important principle that we can use is to show them that you have a plan, to show them that you've thought it through carefully and you know what you're asking. How does this help? Because plans give confidence. We become confident when we can see that someone else knows what they're doing, because that gives us a sense of certainty that things will succeed. We can see that what they're asking us to do is thought out and not some random request. And therefore we have a greater level of confidence that the effort we put in will be rewarded by success. You can amplify the planning effect with another couple of helpful psychological principles. First is precise timing. If I tell you that the thing I'm asking you to do will take you a couple of hours, that's imprecise, and in the back of your mind you're thinking 2 hours, 3, 4, not really sure how long this is going to take. It feels a bit like an open-ended commitment, a blank check. On the other hand, if I tell you that I'm expecting this to take 2¼ hours, it feels like I've thought it through much more carefully, and I'm therefore much more confident of the amount of time I'm asking for. Setting a precise time gives confidence, and therefore I'm much more likely to take on the task you're asking me to do, because I'm more certain that it will be finished in a time that I can predict. The second principle is that of convenient timing. Choose the time when you ask, and choose the time when you ask me to do it. Pick times which are convenient to me. That way it makes it easier for me to say yes. If you ask me when I'm busy, when I'm hurried, when I'm in the middle of something else, I don't have the brain power to consider whether it's a reasonable request or not, and therefore I'm pretty likely just to say no, to get rid of you, and to not take on another commitment that I can't control. Choose a time when I feel a little more at leisure, when I have the time to understand what you're asking, and therefore to consider the commitment you're requesting carefully. Of course, this also means not leaving your request to the last minute, because choosing your time also means choosing the time when you ask me to do it, allowing me to fit the commitment into my schedule in a way that suits me. Please do give this video a like if you've learned from it or if you've enjoyed it. I'll be creating loads more great management courses content for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.